What's going on, everyone? Jake the Adventurer back here. And so, I want to talk to y'all for a minute about a subject that we haven't covered in a while. A subject very personal to me. The idea of the pursuit of happiness, and for those of you who have been around here for a while, you know that the first three or four videos on this channel were pursuit of happiness, those sit-down talks that talked about different things going on in my life, and just in many ways it was almost like a video grief journal, the story behind it of losing my friend Kyle in that car crash, repressing those emotions so they showed their face in ugly ways, etc., etc. That's about as far into detail as I've gone on this channel, but we haven't talked about that in a while. I think my last Pursuit of Happiness upload was November, and we're knocking on the back end of February, so I want to talk to y'all about, each one had a different theme, different topic. I think for this one we're going to go with the idea of change your circumstances, or when you can change them. And I said it in other Pursuit of Happiness videos that Justin Scard, one of the guys who inspired me to start making these videos, he does the quest for positivity. He does quest for positivity, Pursuit of Happiness. Kind of a derision there, but he has a saying, it's like, you can't always control your circumstances, but you can control how you respond to them. And we take a look at that phrase, you can't always, sometimes you can control your circumstances. And I think that it's important to note that when you can control your circumstances, that you probably should. You should take the bull by the horns and take your life in the direction that you feel is best, that you feel God's leading you to go down. And just see what's there, because there's an old saying that if you don't ask, the answer is always no. If you don't knock, no one's going to open the door for you. If you don't seek, you won't find. But seek, and you will find, and knock, and the door will be open. And I'm just going to share a few stories on that note. I have a really good friend of mine. We had been friends for years and years, and we were both, I don't want to go that far into it, but point is, we kind of dropped off for a while. We didn't really have like a fight or anything. We just kind of, the communication went down for one reason or another, and and me personally, I didn't really accept that that friendship was over. I didn't want it to be that way, but to me, the mindset had become, it is what it is. And so, to tell you the full story, I kind of had a dream about this friend one night. And then, when I talked to Bayou Boy over here about it, he's over there just listening in.
Trying to get my phone to work. Wi-Fi.
The Wi-Fi here is bad. We're still on the Orlando trip, and that's also why it's taking so long for the Universal video to upload. No, you can't get one upload. Just make more videos, why don't you, Jake? But no, this was important, the Pursuit of Happiness. But I don't know if I ever said what the subject was. It is the pursuit of happiness, and you should change your circumstances. Anyway, like I was saying, and he's like, oh, you should reach out. And I'm like, no. And he's like, you should. I'm like, I don't know. And then I did, and it ended up being this thing where me and this person are now talking pretty regular, hanging out all the time. And its new life was breathed into our friendship that I don't want to say was dead, but rather it just needed like some love, some TLC, some care, some attention. It needed a fresh coat of paint, that sort of a deal, and now it's pretty awesome and perhaps stronger than it's ever been. And all it took was taking that step of saying, you know what, I can control this, and sending that first text, reopening that communication line, and it changed everything. And it's been so awesome having that friend back around since that happened. And and of course another story, this will change your circumstances. Yeah, that is it. Change, control your circumstances, whatever you want to call it. It's all in the same boat. Both words work, is what I'm trying to say there. And even this channel, and just the fact that when I started the Pursuit of Happiness videos, that I had the vision to make it like it's becoming, with these peppered in with adventure videos all over the place. And it just didn't happen, and I wasn't even doing these for a while, and excuse me, burping in the vlog, that's never good. But you know, when things happened and I kept looking for a job, kept getting told no, and you know, I don't want to say I decided to go full time with this, but I did decide that I was going to get a lot more attention because that was just the default my brain went to after a while of being told you're not good enough, you're not good enough. It's this idea that what you're doing is not working, so try something different. And it's called as a circumstance that I felt I could control, and I took this leap of faith to try to control it and put more effort and energy into these videos. Like I said, it's not full time because I do have an actual source of income. I'm not making anything from these right now. And I'm not trying to pour them out for, say, donate money or any of that. That's not what this is about. What I'm saying is this went from something that I made 3 or 4 videos and kind of quit for a while to now we have, you know, people we don't even know watching and leaving comments and sharing with their friends, and we're down here running around Disney and filming at theme parks and fancy condos and going to Ted Bundy's arrest site and all this other craziness. And it's this idea that none of that would happen if I hadn't had decided that enough was enough and to try to do something different. And try to change the tide. Because sometimes you can. And while we're on that same subject, like I talked about at the beginning of this video, you know, the fact that I started this whole Pursuit of Happiness YouTube thing, it's almost like a coping mechanism to deal with losing Kyle. So to have complete strangers watch these videos and to be out here doing this, to see what it's really becoming is just, it means more to me than really I can kind of express. And you know, I don't want to get too teared up on camera, but yeah, it's a pretty it's crazy, and it means a lot, and it's gonna always mean a lot regardless of where this goes or where the journey ends, what happens next. And it's just one of those deals where you take control of the situation and you keep putting in the work and things happen. And sometimes it's what controlling your circumstances look like. It looks like putting in the work. It looks like taking a chance. It looks like betting on yourself, of having faith in God and betting on yourself and saying, you know what? If God is for me, who can be against me? So take the leap of faith, try something different, do something different with your life. So the moral of the story is control your circumstances, because you'll never know. If you can. Some situations you can't, and if it's that type of situation, just remember you can control. You respond to them, like Justin said. And remember, there's always good and the bad. Is the lesson I've learned. There's always light in the dark. Nothing's ever really as bad as it seems in the moment. Just keep pushing, just keep trying. Find people to talk to, pray, and just, you know, keep pushing. Don't give up. And when it's in your power to take control of those circumstances, do it. And that's really all I gotta say. You got anything?
No, you got it.
Alrighty then. Well, with that in mind, we're gonna wrap this one up. Thanks for watching. Continue to share. Remember, control your circumstances. Pursue happiness. Pray, eat, kick out at 2. Love God, love others. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. See you guys later. Love you all. Goodbye.